Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tara's Tips for Life, where I'll be sharing tips and tools for life issues, big and small. I am Tara Brownlee, licensed professional counselor and the owner of Life Renew Counseling. I'm so excited to share this nugget that I have with you today. Let's go ahead and jump right in. The nugget that I have for you today is identify your audience when you're communicating. Before you communicate your message, think about who you're talking to. Can sound so simple. Duh. I know who I'm talking to. I know I'm talking to my mama. I know I'm talking to my significant other. I know I'm talking to my coworker. Do you? Are you really considering that? You have to identify your audience. It's going to affect your message and how you deliver it. So I'm going to share 3 aspects to consider when you're identifying your audience. Have you ever had a breakdown in communication with someone because they just couldn't understand where you were coming from? No matter how you tried, no matter how you adjusted what you were saying or try to think of a new way to say the same thing to get the same point across, it just wasn't translating. That's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about communication, something that we all have to do. It's a part of everyday life, whether it's coworkers, family, friends, loved ones, a significant other. You have to communicate on some level. So, what I would love for you to do to let me know I'm not the only one that's had that come up is in the comments. I want you to put say what if you've ever had a situation where you were trying to communicate with someone and they just weren't getting it. Okay, number one, what's the relationship? How deeply connected are you guys? Is this a deep connection? Is this a surface connection? Have you guys had any type of interaction where you've had to say something challenging to them before? How well do you know them? That's going to be big when deciding how you communicate with someone. Number two, how do they usually communicate? If this is somebody you've been around at least a couple of times to maybe your whole life, how have you seen them communicate? How do you see them receive bad news, criticism, challenging, conversations? How have you seen them communicate? Think about that. If you're dealing with someone who, the second you elevate your voice, they shut down, then you're going to need to consider that if you really want to get your message across. If you're dealing with someone who needs to talk through their emotions, needs you to tell them the emotional aspect of what you're talking about, you need to consider that, especially if you're not the type to say be emotional. And then number three, and it ties all of it together. How can you tailor your message to this person? Let me be clear. This is not about being fake, sugarcoating, or being phony. This is about trying to effectively communicate your message in a way that that person is more apt to receive. That's what it's about. So, again, number one, think about what's the relationship. Number two, how do they usually communicate? What have you seen? What have you experienced? And then number three, how can you tailor your message to be as effective as possible to get what you're trying to say across? I hope this helps someone, y'all. And I hope that you either will share, like, or comment on the video so that I can know y'all heard me, y'all get it. If this brought up some things for you and you want to talk to me on a deeper level, please visit my website, liferenewcounseling.com. Again, liferenewcounseling.com to, look into more about me and my services. I love y'all. This was really fun, and I can't wait to do the next. Remember, there's no change too small. Thanks.